Hi, and welcome to this hint video. So in this hint video, we are going to discuss the problem maximum distance between a pair of values. And this question was asked as question number 2 in the lead code contest 240. Okay, so in this question, we are actually given two arrays and uh, we are given a definition of a valid pair. So a pair of indices I comma j is valid if I and j indeed lie in nums1 and nums2 respectively, and I is less than equal to j. Also, nums1 I is less than equal to nums2 j, right? If such a pair exists, then that pair is a valid pair, and the distance between that pair would be the difference of j and I, that is j minus I. So among all such valid pairs and all such distances that we obtain, we have to find and return the maximum distance. Okay. So one brute force way that you guys must already have thought is that for every element in nums1, iterate over every element in nums2, find valid pairs. For each valid pair, just calculate j minus I, store it in some variable max where you are continuously maxing it out using the max function, and the complexity becomes n into m, where n is the size of nums1 and m is the size of nums2. But surely we can do a little better than this. So let me take an example. So see, let's understand. Basically, what we need to do is we need to find the farthest element. Let's talk about this example. So we need to find the farthest element in nums2 such that it is greater than 55, that or equal to 55. That will make it a valid pair. And since this is the farthest element, definitely this is going to be the maximum distance for 55, right? So actually we do not need to find all the valid pairs. We need to find the pair which will be the farthest, right? So let's quickly take an example. I am going to take nums1. Sorry, I'm going to take nums1 from this itself, which is 55, 30, 5, 4, 2. And nums2, I think I'll modify a little. 100, 90, 60, 56, and 35, 4. Cool. So actually, we can do this question in two ways. I'm going to briefly explain the first one, which is using binary search. And I'm also going to explain you the second way, which is a two-pointer approach. I like the two-pointer approach much more than this binary search one because this relies on an external function and this does not. So let's understand both the ways. For the binary search way, like I mentioned, we need to find the farthest node from a particular ith node, which is greater than nums greater than or equal to nums1 I, right? So let's sort this array in ascending order, right? So this would actually become 2, 4, 5, 30, 56, 60, 90, 100, right? Let me just remove this. We don't need it, right? We have sorted it or we reversed it basically. You can either use reverse or you can use sort, whatever you want. Perfect. Now, find the first element in nums2 such that it is greater than 55. So that would be 56. Now, since this is the first element in the reverse nums2, it is actually the farthest element in the original nums2. And that is exactly what we wanted, isn't it? This is exactly what we wanted. We wanted the farthest element greater than 55 or equal to 55 in nums2. So what we did, we reversed it and find the closest one. Perfect. And how do you find the closest one? You can simply apply binary search, try to find 55 in this array and search and you will reach the element 56, or for C++ users, directly use lower bound and you can find the index for this 56, right? Now this 56 is actually the new index. It's not the original index. Original index can be simply found by the formula. Let's say the size for this array is m. So m minus this new index minus 1 will give us the original index, right? So for each and every element of nums I, find the one which is just greater than that particular element in nums2, and also the and from the beginning, so it's the closest. In the original array, it will be the farthest. Calculate the difference of original and I using some max algorithm, simply using the max function between the previous original minus I and the new original minus I. Just maintain this and you will get your answer, right? You'll get the maximum distance. This was the binary search method. Let's discuss the two-pointer approach. In the two-pointer approach, we actually do not need to, I think I erased a little more than I wanted to. No worries, I'll draw it again. So in the two-pointer approach, we do not need to actually sort anything. Let me redraw nums2 for you guys. Nums2 was 100, 90. Did I add anything else? I don't going to remember, so I'm just going to go with the flow. 55 was not there, and I think I used 80 also. 56 was added by me, then 30, 5, 4, 2. Cool, right? I do not need to sort this. I just need to use two separate pointers, and I'll use the pointers in a specific manner. Since our arrays are sorted, we can advance in nums1 from 0 till end, and we can check nums2's each j such that if nums1i is greater than nums2i, nums2j, simply do I plus plus, as this is not going to form a valid pair, right? What will form a valid pair? If this is if, then our else will give us the valid pairs, right? And now we actually are iterating over every valid pair, right? So simply what you can do is you can maintain a, I don't know, answer variable. In this answer variable, find the max of the previous answer, comma, your j minus I, and do j plus plus. This way, basically, you are iterating over each and every valid pair and storing its max. This is the two-pointer approach. Its complexity would, I guess it will be O n plus n. N being the number of elements in nums1, m being the number of elements in nums2. So to refine this a little, let me quickly jump over to refine this a little. It's very simple. Just declare I equal to 0, j equal to 0, while now this is a two-pointer approach. In if any of the array exhausts itself, we need to end it. So while I less than nums1 dot length, which I'm going to be assuming to be n, and j less than m, which I'm assuming to the length of nums2. Inside this, if n1i is greater than n2j, nums1i is greater than nums2j, no worries, simply advance in the first array because this is not going to form a valid pair. Else, what you can do is find the so initially take answer also to be 0. Okay. So answer is equal to max of the previous answer, comma j minus I, and advance in the second array also. Thus, you would have traversed over all the valid pairs. You would have found the final max answer, max distance, sorry, which will be stored in the variable answer. And this is how you get your final answer. So yeah, We discussed two possible ways to solve this question. One was binary search, where you would have been using a lower bound function or applying basic binary search algorithm to reach the just greater element, or you can use the two-pointer approach. I like the two-pointer approach much because in binary search, you're using an external function. You're also going to either reverse or sort nums too. Doesn't make sense. Just use a two-pointer approach. You'll get the complexity of O n plus m. And it's much easier to, I guess, dry run or understand or visualize again. As I wouldn't say it's much easier. It's almost the same, but yeah, I still like the two-pointer approach more because this is not using any external functions. So I hope this problem was clear to you guys. Thank you.